Hello everyone, Tom Ells with the Biz Doc, VTNews.ai. I'm diving into stories today and trying to say, what does it mean and what's going on? Trump's Panama Canal gets criticism. This has been going on all weekend, but there's a couple interesting things to look at. During the COVID era, there was inflation happening at the end of that. Well, inflation was also driven in Europe by shipping costs. Why? Because the Houthis and what was going on in Somalia had pirates out there interfering with ships that were going up to the Suez Canal to get it to Mediterranean, to all the southern European ports. Instead, they got to go all the way down around Africa, and that's called the Cape route because you have the Cape at the bottom. And you have Cape Horn, Cape of Good Hope, which is the two capes, one at the bottom of Africa, one at the bottom of South America, that ships have to go on. In this case, Panama Canal, wait a minute, we funded and built the thing. There's tremendous amount of maintenance that's needed. Stories over the weekend, oh no, we don't need that much maintenance. Really? They enlarged it and they've got maintenance, tens of millions of dollars on individual maintenance projects. You add them all up, it's several $billion of infrastructure improvements. And there's a lake that has to be made. Why? Because you fill a lake with water, the water goes into the canal goes up, the ships go into the next level. Then you drain the water out of this and goes up, because the canal is not just going like this. The canal is going like this. Ships have, the water levels are not equal on either side. So there's things that have to happen going back and forth through the canal. And China is building major bridges and putting infrastructure, so you don't want their influence to be there because it could be inflationary. That's what's going on. So how do you keep track of all these threads on a story that keeps unfolding? And with VTNews.ai, you can find out where the story's coming from. There are a lot of stories on here, and you can read it from the left, from the right, from the center, and find out what the spin's being put on there. And watch for timeline updates where you can see the timeline of the story, and I'll show you that in an upcoming story about Jimmy Carter.